Not all action is aligned, and this is where most people quietly sabotage manifestation because they assume movement equals progress. It doesn't. Sometimes movement is anxiety in disguise. One of the most misunderstood parts of manifestation is knowing when to move. People constantly ask, should I do something? Am I forcing this? What if I wait too long? What if I miss my chance? Underneath all of those questions is fear. Fear of missing it, fear of losing it, fear of messing it up. And fear does not produce aligned action. It produces urgency. The answer isn't timing, it's state. Action taken from instability creates resistance. Stillness, taken from a place of fear, creates stagnation. From the outside, both can look responsible, but internally, they feel completely different. The difference is not behavior, it's your state identity. Let's make this practical. You're thinking about sending a message. Maybe it's about a relationship. Maybe it's about an opportunity. Maybe it's about following up. Pause and check your body. Is your chest tight? Are you rehearsing outcomes? Are you hoping this action makes something happen? That's unstable action. That's movement driven by anxiety. Now imagine something different. You think about sending the message. There's no tightness, no mental bargaining, no emotional charge. It feels simple, obvious, neutral. And that's truly aligned action. Same behavior, different state, completely different outcome. The manifesting state doesn't hustle, and it doesn't hesitate. It responds. Here's another example. You're considering applying for something. If your internal dialogue sounds like, I have to do this before it's too late. This is my only chance. I need this to work. That's fear disguised as initiative. But if it sounds like, this makes sense. This feels right. This is the next obvious step. That's alignment. Notice, aligned action feels clean. Forced action feels loaded. Stillness works the same way. If you're staying still because you're afraid to be rejected, that's avoidance. If you're staying still because nothing internally feels necessary, then that's alignment. Externally, both can look like waiting. But internally, one feels contracted, while the other feels settled. This is where the common blanket manifestation advice usually fails, as it tells you to always take massive action, or just let go and trust. But both statements ignore identity. They also both ignore nervous system state. But the manifesting state is not passive, it's regulated. And when the state is settled, movement and action feel simple. Not dramatic, not pressured, simple. And when nothing arises, stillness feels restful. Not anxious, not frozen, restful. Neville described this as inspired movement. Wayne Dyer described it as alignment without effort. Neither meant passivity. They meant responsiveness. Responsiveness requires presence, while anxiety requires control. But only one is associated with the manifesting state. So how can you tell? Well, here's the marker. If you're asking, will this make it happen? You're trying to force reality. If you're asking, is this the next obvious action? You're operating from an identity that subconsciously says, I already am that. Notice, one tries to produce results. The other expresses who you already are. The manifesting state doesn't chase. It doesn't stall. It doesn't perform actions just to feel safe. It moves when movement is natural. And when it doesn't move, nothing is wrong. That absence of urgency is not laziness, it's stability. And stability is power. subscribe, and enter your manifesting state.